This time on Roadkill Garage, a boosted bootlegging in the quick and dirty 40 Ford. And hit it! Go! I've been waiting for this episode for like 2 months as this thing's been sitting in my driveway.
Your dreams are about to be realized here.
I love this car.
I don't know, I think it's my dreams too. Look at this thing.
It's a 40 Ford, and you know they call these a four-door sedan, F-O-R-D-O-R?
Yeah.
Because it has 4 doors, and it's got a small block Chevy in it, and a turbo 350 automatic.
Oh man, look at how nicely that cute small block fits in there.
And it runs really good. It has a dropped axle on it, but it has disc brakes. It has a Ford 8.8 in the back with a 4-link, like a street rod type 4-link.
Awesome.
And it just cruises.
You want to show me how good it cruises?
Yeah, I think we need to take it for a before run. You will not want to work on the thing after we drive it because it's that good.
Really?
Yeah.
Are we gonna ruin it?
It's really, really good.
Listen to it purr. Oh wow.
Ready?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of surprising how small it is inside, huh?
Yeah, I know. Are you gonna put a back seat in it eventually?
I don't know.
I want you to.
Really?
Yeah.
So you can bring more people?
Well, we need a place for the chicks.
Oh, yeah. See, the problem with it is that even though it only weighs 2,700 pounds, oh, it's slow, really slow. I don't think it'll even do a burnout. Should we test it?
Of course.
Okay, ready?
Yeah.
Oh, weak! And I don't think it'll do it if you just mat it either. No, weak. So that's what we're here to fix. Yeah, don't you just feel like you're on vacation in the 40 Ford?
I just feel like a winner riding in this car.
Yeah?
Yeah. Can I have it?
No. Oh! A second gear scratch. So my whole goal is to double the horsepower without removing any drivability and comfort.
The drivability and comfort are built into the car, so there's no way we could ruin that.
Think so? Yeah. Feel these brakes, man. It's great. Oh man, they're like anchors.
Who'd have thought that they perfected the automobile in 1940?
I know. No wonder these guys use these things to bootleg hooch.
Oh, is that what they use them for?
Oh, the 40 Ford is the ultimate shine running vehicle.
Really?
Yeah. Okay, Dulcich, look, it's like Hot Rod Garage or maybe even Home Shopping Network.
Well, I like the array here. It looks good.
So I wanted this thing to be like twice as fast as it is, and most of all, I wanted it to still just drive every single day.
Okay.
So that's why I went boost. This thing's probably gonna make about 5 pounds of boost. And then I got a carburetor most people would consider way too big. It's an 850, but if we put a 406 or something under all this stuff later, it'll be perfect. Plus, I think you can't get too big of a carburetor on a supercharger.
Bigger's better with the supercharger.
That'll be mint. I got the Brodix 200cc Iron Killer heads. 960 bucks a pair. The cam, check this out. Hydraulic roller, duration at 50,000 tappet lift, 210, 218.
Wow, Freiburger.
What happened? Minuscule, but look at the lift on this thing. It's an XFI grind. It's 560 on the intake, 555 on the exhaust, so it'll take advantage of the head, even though it's a tiny cam.
All right.
You trust it?
Yeah, how do you want to put it on?
I want to pull the motor all the way out of the car.
I was hoping you were going to say that, because it's only like 6 bolts, according to Tony.
It might be 12. It's 12 bolts.
Oh, on the bell housing. It's always a big moment of discovery when you get your first plug out.
What does it say?
Take a look, Freiburger, read them and weep.
Oh, it's not that bad.
No.
Nah, it's fine.
I feel like an old-time hot rodder right now.
Yeah. Man, hot rods are just a breeze to work on. Yeah, I'm glad we pulled it out. We can perfect a lot of stuff that's sort of sketchy right now.
Oh, for sure.
This
crankshaft is not drilled for a bolt.
I think it is.
No, I just looked at it.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's got threads in there. That's just packed in grease.
No.
Let's get it on an engine stand. I'm the anxious Dulcich now.
Oh. Yuck, that thing's a sludge motor.
That is the never change the oil ever motor. Wow. How's that side?
Ah, that's even worse.
All right, intake manifold ready. This could be real depressing. It's not as bad. It's not good. I expected it to be fully caked in here, like around every lifter, like this, but it's not too bad.
Your Chevy is junk.
Why? It's gonna
Look
run
at it.
good.
It's just a worn out sludge motor.
Ooh, we can go get that crate engine you've got.
What crate engine?
You have a crate 350.
I do. It's been in my cabinet. I've been saving it.
You were hoping I didn't recall it, weren't you?
You have an uncanny memory for every engine you need.
You know what this is? This is standard Roadkill, great parts on terrible cars.
You know what? I might have to give up that 350. If it has more than 10,000 taper,
Yeah,
it's out of here.
okay.
Because it's not worth it. It'll just blow by. And
Yeah.
It'll be a turd.
I'll have to buy that other one from you.
Yeah, right.
Not gaining us anything.
I've got this rocker removal.
Oh, yeah. There we go.
You are just amazing, Freiburger. Ugh. Oh, it looks great inside. There's almost no wear.
Yeah. So what we're looking at here is how bad the bore wear is. You can see that there's like just normal sort of buildup on the pistons, but the big deal is if there's a big ridge at the top where your finger will catch where the piston ring stops and then comes down, there's sometimes a ledge right there in the cylinder, and if that's the case, then it has a lot of taper in it. It's just junk.
12. Wow, it's 15 thousandths.
It's garb.
So what are we gonna do? Are you still gonna supercharge it?
Oh no, I think we pretty clearly are gonna go get the fresh motor out of the cabinet.
Why do I feel like this whole thing is just contrived and
It's been a setup.
You innocently present yourself as just wanting to work on the thing outside the car. Conveniently, it makes engine replacement such a logical conclusion.
It really does.
Yeah. Oh
Where
well.
is it? Let's go look out. Oh man, it's already a short block?
Yeah. But I really don't know the condition of it.
Yeah, there's a lot of mouse poo. Look at that.
I know.
How could you be storing my future engine so sloppily?
What do you mean? I put the protective towel over the top.
Look at all that mouse poo.
Kind of shapes it in.
Oh, there's mouse poo all in it. What are you trying to give me here? Other than that, it looks pretty good. Is it a one-piece seal? It's a two-piece. Yeah, we're good. Great, man. Just vacuum all those turds out of here and we're home free.
Man, you're in luck, Freiburger.
No. Can you vacuum that out for me? It's stuck. Get me some of that CRC turd be gone.
Oh man, that smells bad.
It's poop.
Yeah.
It turns out the only thing that we're gonna be salvaging from this engine is the pulleys and the motor mounts. Everything else, out of here. That's pretty late, but we've had plenty of time. We'll bang this thing together tomorrow like nothing.
It's a small block Chevy. We're
What
just
could
a
go wrong?
top end and heads.
Totally.
Oh, we'll have this thing running by noon.
Noon?
Yeah.
How about 4?
If we take our time.
Okay.
Yeah.
4 o'clock tomorrow, this thing's gonna be running in the 40, ready to do burnouts, right?
Of course.
All right, Dulcich, I need commitment.
We are going to concentrate on cosmetics by this afternoon because all the
okay. I see
mechanicals
where
will be
you're
done.
going with that.
Yeah.
So it's gotta be running before we leave today.
Today is going to be pretty easy and straightforward. We have a small block Chevy short block. Freiburger is going to swap the cam Then we'll add the crown jewel, the supercharger. Are you grossed out that I've got my old sock as a shop rag?
I've used your underwear before, so I think it's okay.
All right.
Last lifter in. Now Dulcich is going to show you how to deal with the cam button at the front.
What I have here is a Teflon thrust button, which is going to control the fore and aft motion of the cam. They come as a universal fit, so they need to be sized so that you've got basically zero clearance to the front cover. I'm going to grind a little off at a time until I get pretty close.
Finally, the cam's done, and I'm going to get to install a cylinder head. It's a Brodix aluminum head, which means it's going to save a bunch of weight. It's got a 200cc intake port, which some people would call big for the 350, but with the blower, I think it's going to be ideal. And it's already got valve springs for a hydraulic roller cam, 3/8 studs, and this is the part Dulcich doesn't like. I got 70cc chambers, and with this particular engine, that's going to give us 8.5 to 1, which would be really lame and naturally aspirated, but I think it's going to be okay with the blower. But the reason I got the bigger chamber instead of the 64cc is if we ever put a 406 in it, I can use a flat top piston instead of a dish, and I can zero deck it and still keep the compression down rather than using a 64cc head. And then, if I take that
There's
406,
more?
yeah. Then, if I take that second engine, that 406, and want to not run the blower on it, I can go get some 64cc heads, and that short block will then give me 10 3/4 to 1. So see, I've got this scienced out deep into the future.
Okay, I buy it. Let's put them on.
Install it. There. Next up, intake manifold. I've already put the gaskets on the head and test fit it on here, so I know the bolt holes fit and everything else. You'll notice this is a supercharger intake manifold, no carburetor. I'm gonna be putting that little mini blower on there.
Yeah, you're pretty generous with the silicone, aren't you?
Yeah, that was a little bit too much for the direct drop. So this is the blower gasket. It goes between the blower and the intake manifold, and it's torn, and that's gonna be a big boost leak and bad. And you can just tape it with the gaff tape, but the problem is you don't wanna just put the tape on that spot right there, because these little blowers, the case on them is flexible enough that you barely tighten them to the intake, and any kind of warping will make the rotor hit the case. And so what we wanna do is skin the entire gasket with gaff tape.
Have you ever done this before?
No, I invented this.
That butted up perfectly.
Yeah, it did.
Yeah.
Sort of molded in place. Now that we have the whole gasket flat taped to the table, we can go through with the razor blade and trim it out. Look at that. There, we fixed that gasket. Now you can use your hole stamper.
That really makes me happy. Perfect.
And there's one. This itty bitty supercharger is a Roots blower. It's a Wyand 142. That refers to the displacement in cubic inches of air that it shoves into the engine with every one rotation of the pulley. They make several of these. Wyand has the 142, the 144, and the 177. The 177 obviously is a bigger one. It's for bigger horsepower, more boost, nastier engines. This one, smaller, fits under your hood. The difference between the 142 and the 144 is that the 144 has Teflon strips on the rotors, the 142 doesn't. And what that's all about is you can look at the lobes of the supercharger, and on the leading edge right there, you can put a Teflon strip that will seal the rotor to the case so that it's more efficient. You can spin the blower slower and get more boost. But the problem with them is the Teflon strips wear out. This one just relies on a real tight clearance between the case and the rotor, so it's less efficient, but lasts longer on the street.
Proximity.
Yeah. Look at this awesome all aluminum double pumper. It's a 850 CFM from QFT.
I like those.
Boom, look at that.
It needs a carb spacer.
because it's got that spread bore pattern. Oh, how is that even possible?
I know. You want me to port the case for you?
No,
Get a bunch
I want
of
you to
debris.
go get a 1-inch spacer or a 3/4 inch spacer.
Mas?
Start going down to avoid our dipstick tube. I'll be free here in just 2 inches. Yep. Oh, okay. How's your side look? Oh, there, home free.
There we go.
There you go. Done. Boom. Bing, bang, boom. Ready?
You ready?
Unveil it.
Ta-da!
Oh, pretty good.
I think it looks like it was born in 40 Ford. Look at that.
Pretty good. I feel much better now. Oh, that's probably just about the end of today.
Yeah, we're not going to be able to run it because we have no throttle.
And we'll see you tomorrow for firing it up. Almost certainly.
I'm feeling really cheery.
Really?
Oh yeah, I'm giddy with happiness over looking at this great motor.
It is pretty good.
Yeah.
I'm just beat though.
I know.
Parts are here. Finally, we're gonna be able to bang this thing together. One of the things we were waiting for was valve train. We needed to measure our push rod length because push rod length affects where the tip of the rocker arm rides on the tip of the valve. And so the length has to be right, or you can end up with this roller like coming off the tip of the valve one way or the other. And we had some 1.6-to-1 ratio rocker arms before, and with this camshaft, they added up to too much lift that these valve springs couldn't handle. And so I ended up ordering some of these 1.5-to-1 ratio. These are Scorpion rockers. I've started using these only recently on Engine Masters because they're American made and they're pretty cheap. Oh, and speaking of saving money, these are Trick Flow push rods. I found that they make the cheapest hardened push rods, which is super cool. Steve, do you have the valves lashed?
Done.
Ready?
I don't know, I'm a little anxious.
Boom. Yeah, look at that.
Oh, that just looks correct.
We had our moment of victory with the valve covers, and then I got drop kicked back to the Roadkill reality. We're gonna have to start hacking some metal because the blower snout prevents the water neck from actually getting bolted to the intake. And I ordered one and it ended up not fitting. But Dulcich came up with this relic from some old Mopar, no doubt. The problem is the bolt pattern for it is wrong. So I'm gonna just slot the ears of it and make it work and hope that it seals. So yeah, that's gonna work. It always feels like we're nearing the end and then more stuff keeps happening. Right now, Steve's trying to figure out the exhaust system because the ports are raised on these heads and so the headers wouldn't bolt back in the same spot. So that's a pain in the neck, and I'm just working on the fuel system, which is gonna be partially hardline here and partially rubber here at the carburetor. All right, fuel system, done. Looks pretty good. Well, I can see now that, yes, it is clocked correctly.
Okay, that is success. That really makes me happy, Freiburger.
Dude, I think we're about ready to make this thing run, actually, unless you want to do it the right way and wait for the radiator to be in it.
Oh, we don't need that silly thing, do we?
It's just gonna barf all the water back out of it anyway, so what's
Yeah.
the point? I'm just pushing on these accelerator pumps. This is a way to know if you've got fuel up into the carburetor. If you've got external accelerator pump lever like this, you just press on it and ooh, there it's starting to come. It might fire, go. Yeah. Runs awesome. Okay. Did you have oil pressure?
Yeah, 50 PSI right at.
Woo!
Yeah.
Yes!
This thing's gonna be a beast, man.
Man, that sounded good.
It's crisp.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that made it all worthwhile. my first goal. It seems like it's still completely drivable.
Oh, it is.
Fires right up, drives smooth, idles like a kitten.
And look at the temperature. It's only 140 degrees.
Do you think it's broken in?
Yeah.
Ready?
Yeah.
Wow, it's got a broken motor mount.
No. Really? Is that what that was?
Did you see the engine just lay over?
How could it be broken?
The rubber is broken.
Oh, man.
When I matted it, it sort of backfired.
I noticed that.
Might need more squirter.
Yeah.
But like cruising like this, it's pretty good.
Oh, the engine flops over a lot.
A lot.
Let me see. Oh.
It's jacked. Ready?
Yeah.
Wow! This thing is awesome!
I know.
Okay, but will it do a burnout? That was our key objective, right?
Yeah, let's see.
Oh! We gotta deal with that.
Oh.
So that's like a squirter problem, I think. So it needs a little bit of a tune-up on that.
It's got a really tight converter, too.
Ready?
Yeah.
Yes, it does a burnout.
Yeah.
Perfect. 2 objectives solved. The suspension is jacked. It's got no floorboards. It's got no seat belts, but it has horsepower.
That's the main thing. Ready, Freiburger?
Ready for this?
Yeah. Whoa! Man! That was insane.
Everything seem okay?
I don't know. Do you think we lost oil pressure? What's going on here?
We threw a belt.
Yeah.
That's what happened. How's that possible?
I don't know.
That's gonna be really hard to fix.
I know. We don't have any tools with this.
Nope. Well, this is like even unheard of for Roadkill. We're driving into things overheating really badly, and we come out here and I realize the bearing came out of the back of the alternator, and when that happened, the pulley started wobbling around, and then it threw the belt, which wrapped all the way around everything, started to ruin the blower belt. So, that's a new one, bearing out of the back of the alternator.
I'll just shove that right back in.
I was thinking about it.
Yeah. I'll center it up.
There we go. All I have to do is tap that in now, and done. Now if we can only get the belts back on, we'll be back on the road.
Wow, that sounds pretty good. You know, you could have completely peeled all the thread off that tire if you wanted to.
Completely. So what's the one thing that we haven't done in our 40 Ford that you would naturally do any time that you have a 40 Ford?
Run moonshine?
Bootlegging!
Yeah. Great off-road.
Actually, it's not bad. Whoa! Ready for Dirty Mary Crazy Larry? Here we go! Oh, there's like gas coming inside.
I I smell grass burning.
Me too.
That was fun.
Yeah.
So Dulcich,
Yeah.
all throughout this episode I've talked about goals, right?
Right?
We had ultimate drivability, we had power, we had to do a burnout, we had cruise it on the highway.
Yeah.
But here was the other thing that was really big to me, is the reason I started with the engine is I wanted to make sure that I was happy with it so that I could find out if I was happy with the whole car, so that I could find out if we wanted to keep working on it.
And the verdict is?
Yes!
I know, this thing's great at everything.
I know it, but we still have to fix the floorboards, the suspension, maybe some rattles and stuff. And when we do, you will see it on another episode of Roadkill Garage. Ready?
Let's go. Oh.
And we need to put a squirter in the carburetor to make that stop happening.
I'm Steve Dulcich, and I'm running for mayor because I've had enough and I'm cleaning up.
Oh,
Now what?
broke your detailing brush.
Oh, man. Well, now what are we going to do?